head on down there. That sounds rude. Hello and welcome to the channel. So my name is Darren Danks. I am the self-doubt coach, and I don't teach you how to remove your self-doubt. What I do is help you remember your own greatness, and that naturally leads to a massive reduction in your self-doubt and a massive increase in your self-confidence. So in this episode of the show, I want to talk about when we get advice from other people. You know, that advice that people are so willing to give us, and it's normally advice to say, oh, you can't do that. But what I want you to remember is, don't let others tell you what you can't do. Don't let the limitations of others limit you. I mean, we've all done it. I've done it, you've done it, we've all done it. We've listened to advice from people, and we've taken that advice on board. And that advice a lot of the time is, I don't think you can do that. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think it's going to be successful. And I'm sure you've heard all of these. But what you have to remember is that advice is actually based on that other person's worries and fears and limiting beliefs, and their worldview and their belief system. That advice isn't based on your abilities, your determination, your experiences, your worldview, your belief systems. It's not based on that. It's based on theirs. So truly, when they say, I don't think you should do that, or I don't believe you can do that, or, which is what I've had way in the past, even from my own parents, you never finish what you start, which was a complete and utter fabrication. But again, it's kind of, they give advice, and it's almost like this is what they believe, so they create the wording to validate their own fears and worries, and then that's projected onto you as advice, as I'm just thinking about you, I'm just worried about you. No, usually they're thinking about themselves, and they are worried about themselves. And I'm not saying that it makes them a selfish person. It's a natural process. We give advice based on our own experiences. We give encouragement because we want to help that person. You know when you get encouragement and praise and, oh my God, yes, you've got to go for it. It doesn't matter if you fail or you succeed, you've got to go for that. Oh my God, all that sort of stuff. That's wonderful. That is wonderful, because that person is truly thinking about you. But most advice that we get, when it's negative advice, isn't based on our own abilities and beliefs. So some advice is valid, but some isn't. It's like if someone said to you, I mean, sometimes some advice can be easy to spot when it's like, it's not very valid, it's easy to spot. It's like if someone said to you, do you know what? My advice to you is go put your head into a steaming pile of cowpat. That's going to help your business. That's obviously not good advice. That's obviously advice you shouldn't be listening to. But sometimes the advice we get can be very subtle. So we have to be very self-aware. If we are aware of our own abilities, our own greatness, our own awesomeness, we can then choose to take that advice or to graciously just let it pass us by. And sometimes even doing that, even saying to someone, thank you, but I'm not going to take that advice, that can be quite difficult to do. But it makes it easier to do when you are very self-aware of what you're capable of. And being self-aware of our own greatness, and believe me, before you even think about saying, oh, but I'm not great, I haven't got greatness inside me, you have. Everybody has. It's just that conditioning and society and the media hides that greatness. It doesn't eliminate it. It never eliminates it. It just hides it. It's like in the autumn when you're walking through a forest or woods or a trail and the leaves have fallen and it's hiding the trail. The trail's still there. All you have to do is brush away the leaves. And this is what we have to do with our own innate, not just innate abilities, but our learned abilities and skills. You just have to uncover it again. It's always there. It will always be there. You just have to remember and uncover it. And once you do, and you embrace that greatness, because that's also something that can be difficult to do, and it's also something I'll cover in future videos. Once you embrace your greatness, once you embrace your abilities, once you listen to the people going, oh my God, you are so good, there's a reason why they say that. And once you embrace all that, you have the strength and the confidence to take these pieces of advice that people are more than willing to give, sift through it, and if you need to, say, thank you for that, but I'm going to go my own direction. I'm not going to take your advice because I know what I'm capable of. So I'm just going to go for it. And a lot of the times when you do that, it empowers you. It increases your confidence so much because you've taken your power back. Because when we listen to these pieces of advice and then negative advice, no, I don't think you'll be able to do that. And the second you take that advice on board, you give your power away. You just say, hey, here's a big bucket of my power. You take that because I don't need it anymore. But when you take control and you choose not to take that advice, you keep your power and you embrace your power and you become more confident and more determined and ultimately more successful. So that's what I want to leave you with today. Not all advice is good advice, and you have to be very selective in what you take on board. And to help you with that, become more self-aware. Listen to those compliments that people give you, sometimes on a daily basis. When people tell you you are good, people tell you that maybe you have the ability to change lives. I've been told that many times. And when I used to be a British archery champion, I used to be told how good I was when maybe I'll be practicing on a Friday evening at a local club. And I used to brush away those compliments because I felt uncomfortable. But once I started to embrace it, not only did that discomfort just dissolve away, but my ability actually increased because I was embracing who I was, what I was capable of, and that creates this mindset shift where your ability does actually increase and improve and grow and strengthen because you're embracing who you are. You're embracing your zone of genius, as they say. So go be you, because you are amazing. You have greatness inside of you. It will never leave you. You just have to remember who you are. And don't forget, you can find me on social media in the links in the description, and you can get to my website in the links in the description and find out how you can work with me either on a one-to-one basis or during my power hour, which is actually 90 minutes, where we have an intense 90 minutes and we cover 1 to 2 of your most pressing issues, and just find me on everything else. So head on down there. That sounds rude, but you know what I mean. So that's it for now. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell so you get notified when I publish another video. At the moment it's once a week, but I think in the next few weeks it's probably going to be going to 2 a week, because I have so much content I want to get out there. So have an amazing week, have an amazing day wherever you're watching from, whenever you're watching, and I shall see you on the next one.